See if I can mess around and get the right set of uh sound attached here. I got so excited, guys. I got so excited when I saw LinkedIn was finally showing up for the party. I didn't even check to see if I had my sounds going on correct. What's going on, good people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on into the room. Guys, LinkedIn is showing up for the party. What's going on, good minds, guys? Good evening. Hello, all of you who are catching this live, both on Facebook and on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Guys, LinkedIn is showing up for the party. They are present and accounted for. Come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, and post your city and state where you are catching this live. I am sitting here over the moon. So I have been scrolling LinkedIn a couple of times, and I did see that people had videos going on LinkedIn. And I had gone in and a couple of times just tried to sign up to see if I was able to go live on LinkedIn and had not seen the ability to do that as of yet. But I figured, let me go in here and try and add it to my feed again just in case. And guess what? Come on in the room. LinkedIn is showing up for the party. So I'm getting ready to hop over here on my other page just to check and see if I can see what it looks like, so I can see whether or not I'm live. Check that out. Let me see. Can you guys see this? This is so hot. You know, when I find out new stuff like this, I just have to be, open into sharing it. But this is not the cute. Ain't this the cutest? Let me see if I can pull this on the screen. Look at that. We are live on LinkedIn. All right. So let me get excited. And let me share with you guys. My post said, I believe, what to expect from the brand master during this season. Shut the front door. I'm about to give y'all everything I can possibly think of that you've asked me for. If you want to go ahead and ask some questions now, I'm liable to go ahead and answer those questions now, because truly, I am so excited that LinkedIn has finally joined the ball game, or at least where I can see it. So currently, you guys know I'm a brand master. I'm a cash flow queen. I am founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in business called Youth Lifestyle Training. And we have a coursework book to go along with that. In addition to that, I help startup and struggling entrepreneurs as well as savvy seniors to develop a simplified blueprint, a simplified brand, a simplified plan, right, to walk in their wisdom, to catch their coins and the paper that folds. So what I do on a regular, consistent, daily basis is to brand you, educate you, and to help you get your assets in order so that you can live a legacy, or better yet, so that you can leave one, right? So generally, that is the spiel that I would start out to let you guys know what's coming. And what's coming is so much good, right? So in this season, we will continue to talk about your mindset on Mondays. I'll try to get back to the schedule of teach you something on Tuesdays. I will teach you or allow you to watch me work on Wednesdays, give you some thoughts on Thursday, freestyling a little bit on Fridays. Probably not too much on Saturdays, because we have a virtual Saturday social that will be coming up. We will be doing a lot more of those virtual as the world begins to open back up. But most important, my most important night that I really enjoy spending with people is Setup Sundays. Because for me, getting things set up, getting things organized, knowing what's coming, being able to kind of document the process of what I have going on, that's supreme for me, right? One of the things I offer, and let's see if I can find it. If you'd like to grab a worksheet to kind of prepare yourself for tomorrow night Sunday, Setup Sunday. I'm not even sure what time I'll start doing those again. More than likely, it'll be about the 10 p.m. hour, because that's like the best hour for me. Then go to momentum.martinabritt-yelverton.com. I will go there in just a moment so that you guys can see the momentum planner that comes up. And we're going to go ahead and get started in this season so you can be set up for October, November, and December. We're in September. Sometimes you can look at it, if you split the 12 months across 3 quarters only, then you got 4 months each. And if you're the person who operates like that, this is 3rd quarter, the final quarter of the year, if you want to count September, October, November, and December. However, if you are a 4-quarter player, we are ending out 3rd quarter here in September. And we're going to do some amazing things in October, November, December going forward to close out 2023. And the best way that you can do it is to go ahead and set up a plan of action so that you can do what? You can actually reverse engineer and you can kind of catalog out what it is that you're trying to do. So that is my goal for you guys. My goal is to help you get set up on some type of structured plan of action, some strategic plan of action, so you can figure out what it is that you're trying to do. I've come across so many people who ask me questions about, how have you stayed in the game this long? How have you been doing this long? How have you been, figuring out, how have you maintained? In case you guys don't know my story, I've been an entrepreneur since 2005. Have not had a corporate job since 2005. With the birth of my third son, I left corporate America. So December 9th is when we were hoping that he would make his entrance, right? Which was the day after I actually left that job in December of 2005. Okay, he didn't make his appearance until 12/20. But that was the last time that I actually held a corporate job. I was on the 3-month leave. When I decided to come back, I didn't come back. I went ahead and, what do they call it? Tenured my resignation. Anyway, we left corporate America and we haven't looked back. Okay. So I get the question, how have you been able to do that? Well, one of the main ways that I've been able to do that for this length of time, honestly, is constantly, consistently writing down a plan, knowing what it is that I'm looking for. I'm a writer, so I'm always taking what I call a project planner. So you guys see this, it says project planning. So I'm always project planning and writing things down, because the pen and paper doesn't forget. The pen and paper don't lie either, right? When you're able to write it down, then you're able to actually see it in front of you. It becomes tangible. Plus, Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the plan. So why aren't you writing the plan, right? When you do that, you are available to then do what? You are available to kind of follow a blueprint. I have blueprints available inside of my Dollar Deals membership. It's still $31 for anybody interested. We would be on, let's see here, September 3rd. So we'd be on day 3 of the Dollar Deals. And in this membership that I have is kind of where I've explained how I've been able to not have to go back to corporate America and get a corporate job in all of these years, because I'm constantly, all the time, writing down the plan, right? Giving myself a to-do list. Before I go to bed, I go to my digital calendar and I look at the to-dos of what I have coming up, which client I'm working with, what projects, what the kids need, what appointments I have to call, things that I have to do. I'm constantly doing that repeatedly because I write it down. And so I wake up the next day already knowing what it is that I want to do. And that's what I want people to understand about this process called entrepreneurship, about this whole process when you're trying to leave corporate America and come into this lane of entrepreneurship, when you're looking at doing things like branding and helping people kind of get organized in their mind and visualize what it is they're trying to do. You have to write it down, because you have no way of documenting the process. Yes, we can hit record digitally. Yes, we can type stuff digitally into a calendar. Yes, we can put things into our mobile device, right? I have a 30-day plan that talks about how to even capitalize on a lot of the apps in your mobile device. Yes, you can do all that, but pen and paper, to me, is still supreme. Writing the plan, right? It helps me understand every single day which of these clients that I am getting ready to whip that folder out and work on a particular day. Grab this worksheet and begin to write the plan, putting your plan of action together. Go to momentum.martinabrittyoverton.com and begin to write the plan. It changes every year. And even beyond that, once you get over into the Dollar Deals membership, there's even more paperwork for you to actually fill in the blank. There's your goals, your mission, your vision. Let me go ahead and pull that up while I have you guys. If you go to dollardeals.martinabrittyoverton.com, it'll bring you over here to the membership. And inside of the membership, I can show you briefly what we have going on. So in the Dollar Deals membership, again, this is 90% off, unlimited. I haven't flipped the price back up to what it normally would be. Hey, but it's coming, right? I've spent years being able to do the things that I do for my clients. And what I determined at this point I wanted to do was I wanted to just put it out here so everybody, whether you're a client or not, could literally learn how to go through the process that the brand master goes through, not only to brand the client, but to also walk them through the mindset of what's needed to be able to really walk in this entrepreneurship lane, this passion, this purpose, this sphere of information as organized as you possibly can. And so, we start out with things 1 through 10 are the most important days, in my opinion, of the process. That's why I go ahead and put all the heavy on the front end. I put all the heavy in there. Trust and believe, I can see the analytics to see who stops around day 3 or who stops around day 6 or who stops at day 1 because they're putting together their power bio and they have no earthly idea, why. Let me show you why real quickly. Most times when you go out here to the to social media, to various social media places, they don't realize that people are actually really looking at what you have in here. So if you go to the about area, you go to the details about you, people are actually looking at this information. They're reading, your power bio to determine whether or not they're going to follow you, whether or not they're going to pay attention, whether or not they're going to subscribe to anything that you have. So when you go to these different places, there is information that you should enter about yourself. And so when you're entering this information, you want that information to be consistent. So it's consistent all the way across. Now, because we don't have the mastermind, I'll probably need to go in here and update what I have going on here with Youth Lifestyle Training. But again, to go across any of your platforms, you want to make sure that your information is consistent, that your power bio, notice you only have a very limited amount of space here on Instagram comparative to what you have inside of Facebook. You have much more room to kind of elaborate on your about you information, but all of it starts with a lengthy power bio that you then break all the way down to something as small as an Instagram area of 3 lines. Sometimes you have a little bit more depending on if you layer it top to bottom. What's that, vertical versus horizontal? You can get more information in here, or it looks like you can get more information. It's the same amount of characters, okay? To be able to go over to like YouTube and to be able to go to the YouTube area, go to your channel inside YouTube, and there again is the about area. You want to be able to take your power bio and you want to utilize it across all your social media that you actually have and make it consistent. So wherever a person finds you, they know your core value. They know your goal. They know your mission, your vision. They know who you are. They know what you represent. And you want to make sure that the content that you have across multiple platforms is consistent. All that starts with your power bio. Then in day 2, we go to the brand. That's your mission, your vision, your core value, your goals. Has anyone done a Google test here lately? These 3 items are actually listed on the main page. So if you go to martinabrittyoverton.com and you want to know what the first 3 days are offered, what's included, go to martinabrittyoverton.com. Day 1, day 2, day 3. I go ahead and give you those free. You get a copy of the worksheets for free. And then you determine whether or not you're interested in moving further into day 4, 5, 6, all the way through to day 31. Okay. I promise you, this is what I've done, in regards to being able to leave corporate America in 2005, after surviving domestic violence, being able to take my little bitty 6-month-old and 18-month-old and get on up out of there, and my 2, 1 preteen and 1 teenager, and get on up out of there, and how I've never looked back. Okay. So guys, you can do this, and you can do this by starting with something as simple as your personal, your valuable, your intellectual passion, purpose, product, whatever you want to call it. It all starts with you. You are the brand. So a lot of times you'll hear me say, you are the brand, always be marketing, but more importantly, always be marketing you. Honestly, that's what I'm referring to. I'm referring to what I've actually done over the course of all these years since 2005, leaving corporate America. Like, I've been in business as a legal business since 2018. However, I actually started this hobby first way back in 2001. Began to figure out that it was no longer a hobby by the time 2005 hit, because by the time domestic violence hit, I had to figure out how I was going to raise these 4 children by myself without a job. I really had to put the foot to the pedal and burn the road up and getting my income elevated so I could take care of my kids, because trust and believe, child support was not a thing right off the bat. It took many, many years. And then there were many, many, many more years where that wasn't even an option. It was really me and the welfare system trying to figure out how to keep food on the table and a roof over our head, and then finally coming out of that, going through eviction, going through, marriage and divorce, like I say, a lot of times birth and miscarriage, the welfare system, birth and death, losing my father, then losing my mother, losing a grandmother along the way, a grandfather along the way. I've gone through it all, but we're still here. Right? Even through a pandemic. Guys, talk about pivoting in a pandemic and coming out of the pandemic and getting back under your own roof, right? And now being able to offer courses and show people how you did this all this time. Let me tell you, I'm a wealth of knowledge and I'm excited about it. So what can you expect in this season? More of that. More mindset on Monday. More teach you something Tuesday. More watch me work Wednesday. More of my thoughts on Thursday. More freestyle Friday. Probably not so much social Saturday, but definitely a whole lot of setup Sunday. So hopefully you have some time on tomorrow night where we will be relaunching Setup Sundays. And if you could, come with your momentum planner. Come ready to get some information. Come ready to learn a little something, right? So we should be here sometime after the 10 p.m. hour, definitely before midnight, and get this information. Definitely stick and stay and run the replays. My name is Brandmaster Martina Britt Yoverton. I've enjoyed this 15 minutes or so with you, and I'm hoping to see you more often on LinkedIn, right, on YouTube and on Facebook. If you have an opportunity, and I will make sure that I go and share this over to the business page, facebook.com/Fam First Designs is where a lot of the business content, the hub of all of that information. If you get an opportunity, go over there, have a look. Watch a lot of free content. Duplicate it over on YouTube is a little bit of that content. We'll see what we're going to do on YouTube. What we're going to do on LinkedIn. Talk to you guys soon. To your success.